Good morning. It is about 10:52 in the morning. It is Monday, I think. Yeah. So I'm a little late to my job, or I'm going to be late, so I gotta get there. But I am exhausted. I was like, that's probably what I get for staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning and thinking I was gonna wake up at 7 a.m. I am tired. And like, I don't even have enough time to go grab a tea right now at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Thank God I had some energy tea this morning at my house. So game plan today is to go to work. I get out of work at 3, and we'll see if there's some thunderstorms. I might get lucky and don't have to really work today because I am a lifeguard, and when there's thunder, we don't work. And I brought my textbook with me so I can read. I have like 7 different chapters to read in 3 different books. So I'm hoping to bang out some stuff today. It's my first week of med-surg. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. There's so much information and I already feel very, very overwhelmed with everything that we have to do for this upcoming term. Like, I'm not 100% sure how to go about taking notes and like how to use my time wisely. So that's something I'm definitely trying to work on right now, is figuring out how to make a schedule and pretty much stick to it. So I think I'm gonna have to be the most organized I've ever been for this term, or I'm just not gonna do well. We also found out our clinical rotations last night. I'm in a pretty distant location. It's not bad. Where it's located, it's actually right near my former college, so where I graduated from. So I'm already familiar with the area, just not really in the mood to be driving 30 minutes each way. And since I go to night school, clinical is at night. So clinicals for me is from 4:30 in the afternoon until 10:30 at night. And it's a half-hour drive, so I most likely will not be at my house until 11 or later. And at that point, I gotta decide if I really want to do schoolwork when I get out, or do I just want to go to bed and then just get up the next morning and do it then. Honestly, I don't really work well when tired, and I know people will say, well, no one works well when they're tired. Some people just push through. Me, I fall asleep at my desk. So, we'll see about that. So, I'm gonna go to work now. And I know I ain't looking at y'all because you gotta pay attention to the road. I'm gonna go to work, and I will see you guys when I see ya. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday. I'm currently still in my PJs in my bathrobe. If you don't know by now, I kind of live in my bathrobe and my PJs because I'm just lazy. I was a little slow going. I mean, I got up at my normal time of 8 in the morning, but I haven't really done much. I have my book out. I just haven't done anything with it. So to procrastinate even more, because I procrastinated on my laundry, I'm gonna get my laundry done, and then we're gonna go from there, and yeah. So let's get into it. What up, guys? So it is Thursday. I was a little later. You probably have already seen because I would have put it in before this, but I found a new study spot in my house, which I'm really happy about. That spot is only gonna be here until the end of Christmas, because that chair that I was sitting in is normally in our living room, but our tree is up, so it has to be moved to a new location. So I thought I would talk about a little bit about yesterday, how I mentioned about lab last night. I don't really know how to talk about it because it might not seem that much, but to me it's a lot, because I'm feeling very overwhelmed, and I think I've mentioned that multiple times. I'm feeling very overwhelmed in med-surg right now, and I'm feeling a little down and imposter syndrome type of feelings right now, where I don't feel like I deserve to be where I am right now, even though I know I deserve to be where I am right now. I worked really hard for this spot. I know I'm smart. I know I can do this. It's just, I'm just being hard on myself. I'm being very hard on myself right now. And it's making today hard. It's making today hard that I want to study, because I'm just mostly focusing on last night. So last night we did a focus assessment scenario, because we are starting clinicals next week, so they were preparing us for next week. And my person, it was a dummy, so this is not breaking any HIPAA, was a 55-year-old man. He was short. He's been short of breath for 2 weeks on pretty much when he's working in his garden, he noticed it more. So pretty much while moving around, he also was noticing he was gaining weight, and he's been trying to lose weight. So instantaneously, I knew when my teacher said that he was gaining weight, he was obviously having food retention. So I knew he was having food retention, but where, why, where, and that's kind of where it came from. So we had to figure it out. This was also preparing us that so we asked the right questions. So I went through trying to remember everything questions. I was trying not to do a full physical exam, because dude is having shortness of breath, so that was my concern. Listen to his lungs. He had crackles in his lower posterior lobes. So there's fluid in there, and I knew this. I knew everything up until the point of putting them together. What does crackles and what does having edema mean? Those were the two things I was thinking of. Completely forgot that I asked him if he was having any chest pains, because obviously he has fluid in his lungs. And he says, yes, he has chest pains, and it's not severe because he's breathing and talking to me, but he has them. His blood pressure was 155 over 88, and his respiratory rate was 18, and his pulse was 98 on room air. So everything but his blood pressure was within normal range. So my teacher asked me, what do you think it is? And I told her I didn't know. I literally didn't know. I wasn't going to lie to her. I've learned very on, it's better not to lie in nursing school and just say you don't know, because you're going to pick up that habit in the real world, and that's 10 times worse. So I didn't know, and I went back. I looked up crackles, and it was telling me that pulmonary edema, bronchitis, and pneumonia were the causes that could cause crackles. So I looked up all three of them: pulmonary edema, bronchitis, and pneumonia. And bronchitis and pneumonia did not match the symptoms, so I threw those off the table. Pulmonary edema kinda was matching, and I put edema in there and was like, oh, this is totally it. It has edema in the name, it's good. The man had pitting edema in his legs. And if you know what pulmonary means, it means the lungs. And I didn't remember that. I don't know why I didn't remember that it was lungs. So it would have been fluid, excess fluid edema in the lung area. And I picked pulmonary edema. And it was congestive heart failure. I would love to know, raise of hands down in the comments, how many of you would have realized it was congestive heart failure? Because I'm really beating myself up, because my whole class knew it's congestive heart failure. Or not my whole class, but one person did, and my teacher was looking for that. And to me, I feel kind of stupid, because I feel like I should have known it. I don't know. I'm way too hard on myself. I have a lot of high expectations, and I had a high expectation that I was going to figure it out on my first try and do really well. And it wasn't graded or anything, so it's whatever, right or wrong answers, it didn't matter, but I didn't get it. So I thought I would sleep it off and it'd be fine, but I woke up this morning and I couldn't let it go, and it's kind of making studying today hard, because I can't really focus on anything else other than needing to know the answer. Yeah, so I've been talking with a few people. I've been talking to some friends and everything, talking it out, talking with my family, because it's sometimes what I need. Sometimes what you need is just to talk it out and figure it out. And this is when this morning I realized that pulmonary means lungs. Also, because it's a dummy, there was no jugular vein distension, but I should have asked. That's the thing. I think doing simulation, not on a real person, can be a little bit difficult for everyone. I don't think everyone is good at sim. So what is it? We also do this online simulation, and you have to ask questions, and it's a hot mess. I never know what to ask, because it's not real life. I can I like to feed off of people, and I can answer questions if we're having a full conversation. Like, I know where to go or what to do. That's why when it comes to sometimes teaching swim lessons and stuff, I don't go in with a plan. I go in with an idea, and then I just feed off of what's going on and go from there, because I find that more beneficial. Honestly, kind of now talking it out loud to the very few people who watch this YouTube, and also apologize for not being around. I'm feeling a little bit better now, so hopefully I can get through the studying, because I have class at 6:45 tonight. Obviously, I haven't been taking care of myself for the past couple of days because I'm so overwhelmed. Keyword of the day, overwhelmed with nursing school and the new term, and this is something new where last term was fundamentals, and I'm very well aware of it. So yeah, I have taken way too long, and I've spoken for almost 9 minutes of nothing, of just having a pity party over here. Trust me, I'm way more fun and lively. I just never capture it because I feel really awkward. But it's late. It's midnight. So technically, it is Friday. So, what up? Hello. It is Friday at like 12:01 in the morning. Class was good. It was weird. So sleepy. Zoom. I mean, I like online school, but I wish it was like pre-recorded and I can do it on my own time. But it's Thursday. Well, it was Thursday night. So are we not going to talk about Grey's Anatomy and how, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched, they brought George O'Malley back? I peeped the Twitter real quick. A lot of people were hoping it was Lexi, and honestly, my first reaction when they said someone else was coming back besides Derek, I was thinking it was going to be Lexi because that's her sister. So I was assuming it was Lexi. And then when I saw the mail, I thought it was Mark. And I was like, you're really going to bring back Mark, but not Lexi? And then when I saw it was George, I was so happy. I was happy because George O'Malley has been my favorite character since day one. And I really got to figure out why my camera is bouncing. I love George. He was my favorite. I know a lot of people didn't like it. They thought the friendship was forced in this episode. I loved it. And then I watched Big Sky. We're on episode 3. And oh my god. And it's a book. I'm this close to reading the book. You know what? I might put it on my Goodreads. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, or now, Friday, I have to go get a COVID test before I go for clinicals. We need COVID tests before we go to our clinical sites on Tuesday. But tomorrow is also just going to be another day of trying to catch up and read my textbooks and everything. Which I think I might document on my Instagram. So you're probably seeing this and you're going to miss it. But if you haven't already, you should follow me on Instagram at Student Nurse Court. That's where I try to post my everyday situations, updates, kind of little blog posts. Yeah, and if anyone has any ideas that they wanted me to talk about from nursing school, night school, anything, LPN, being almost 24 years old and still not finishing college, let me know in the comment section below. But I think this is a good place to end it because I am tired. I don't like my cameras bouncing, so I gotta figure that out. And I will see you all later. Bye. So, what is good, my homies? It is Friday. I don't even know what day it is. The 4th. It is Friday the 4th around 12:16 a.m. My phone is bouncing because my pop socket mount thing is bouncing. Whatever. I'm in the car, if you can't tell. I am in the car. I don't even know if that zoomed in because I thought it did. Oh, no. Just my reflection. So, I am in the car. You're going to come with me to go get COVID testing. So, I need to get COVID testing for clinicals, and which makes sense. They want to make sure we're not going to go kill all these nice people in the nursing homes. So, we need to have a test by a certain date. So, today or tomorrow. We need to have a test done today or tomorrow because we need to have them by the day of our clinical day, and mine is Tuesday. So the reason why it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I already seem a little tense is because I had scheduled a COVID test at my CVS right down the street from my house for 10:20 in the morning. Glorious, perfect. I scheduled it, insurance was gonna cover it. I wasn't gonna have to wait in huge lines. Awesome. If you're from Massachusetts, I don't know if other states have this, but I know Massachusetts does. We have this thing called Stop the Spread, where the governor set up we have all these testing sites around the whole entire state for free, like no paying, nothing, to get tested, which is amazing. So besides my CVS, there's another place that I went to before, and the last time I went to it was before Thanksgiving, and it took me 6 hours just to get a test, and it opened at 2 and we didn't get tested until 5, and I was there at 2. So it wasn't like I was late, I was there. So today went to CVS, and then I pull up to go get tested at 10 o'clock in the morning just for them to say that the pharmacist or whoever does the testing had emergency, so was not there, so they had to cancel all the COVID tests. But instead, I didn't get the notification until I was literally there. So I had no other time. The next site I went to, I was already texting one of my classmates who I knew was going to that location today, and I asked her, I said, did you go? And she said, no, they turned me away. The lines were ridiculous. Okay, so I still thought I could take a shot and drive down there anyway. Lessons have been learned. I should have checked my Facebook page for my classmates that I have, and they would have told me not to go there as well. So I drove down there. Now I'm just mad because I need to get this test done. Knowing I have tomorrow is great and all, but because people are getting turned away, I was concerned I was going to get turned away tomorrow, because the next time this location was testing was 2 to 7 p.m. And if you remember what I just said, I waited 6 hours last time. And they were turning people away today before they even opened. I don't know how they're working over there. It's like a hot mess. So, went home, spoke with my family. I'm already peeved. My father is peeved. My mother is helping me. She's on the phone trying to call CVS, trying to get places. Ooh, my bad. Sorry, biker. And nothing. So I contact another location, which is 30 minutes away from me, and they don't have any more sites. They don't have any more openings. I contact another place that we were told to go look at, and they don't do asymptomatic testing. I'm asymptomatic. I know I don't have COVID because I literally was just tested last week for Thanksgiving, or when Thanksgiving was. I was tested for Thanksgiving and it came back negative. And I haven't been around people since that test. So, can't call my general doctor because they said I need to have a telehealth before I can even get approved for a test. And I was like, I don't got time for a telehealth. So now is when I checked my Facebook page for all my classmates and saw people were telling them to go to this location that I'm currently driving to right now. And they said that the parking lot was practically empty down there. This drive is about 20 to 30 minutes away. It is currently 12:20 for me, and my GPS is telling me that I'm not going to get there until 12:53. Which exit? Oh, I'm taking this one. So, I thought I would take you on this adventure with me for a little bit and see what happens. And I will let you know.
Turn left onto the I-495 south.
How it goes. But I've made it. I am currently now just waiting in line. It's a long line. It's a long line. But I'm here. They don't close until 4, so I got time. it's not that bad of a line. Like, it's really not. It definitely seems way more organized than where I originally was going. I do have my school stuff, but like, it's kind of hard now that I see that I'm here. Kind of hard to do my school stuff, like to read or anything, because I'm constantly moving. I mean, I could, but I think it would look bad. I'm just tired. I am here. But just sitting here, you know, chilling. That was the update. That was it. There's nothing else to this, but let you all know how it goes. I will talk to y'all later.